Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the next steps that I'm going to take to go from $1,000 a day in revenue to $10,000 a day in revenue for my Shopify business. Now, to show you that that is true, from the last video, I believe I ran ads on the 5th or the 6th. Now, the last time I ran ads from when my account was disabled from running Facebook ads, which is another story. This was January 16th, where I again did over $1,000 in revenue on the day. Now, from the last changes that I made from the site where we ran ads, the average order value did increase. So bundling does help. In fact, I was able to do $1,000 on significantly less orders. The last time that I ran the ads, I did 25 orders and I was able to do about $1,300 in sales. I did 16 orders and a little over $1,000 with a $60 average order value, which is great, which means what we wanted to accomplish actually worked. So what I'll do, I'll show you the site so that you can see exactly what I did, some of the changes I made to understand why my site was able to convert a little bit better. So we're here on our product site. Now, this is the product that I was selling, like I'm actually showing you, and I'll back it up and show you inside of the Shopify dashboard. This is the one that has made me the most money thus far. It is a 3-piece yoga set and the long version of it. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because I want to take next steps in this product and actually start to fulfill it myself and order in bulk and actually build a brand around it rather than just drop shipping it. Most people won't show the product because they'll believe that people will use it on AliExpress. But when I actually import it and sell the product myself, I'll have higher profit margins. So I can either sell it at a lower price and still make just as much money, or sell it at the same price and be as competitive. Okay, so what I did was add a better product description. With logos and icons. I added a drop down or collapsible product description to make it a little more unique, and then you'll see other products that I have on the site. Now, with that, the thing that I like the most is because with the product description that we have now, it's quick, it's easy to read, and if you want to click on it, you can open it up and actually read it. It makes it very easy to understand. It's visually appealing in comparison to just a normal Dawn theme. Now, I do have a bundle on this page as well, so I have to show you a different clip that I recorded earlier. I'm outside of the trial plan so it's not showing up here, but I'll show it and put it on the screen. Now, to show you that this was indeed my highest grossing product, the 3-piece yoga long set, I was able to generate $3.2 thousand over the course of when I ran ads and was maintaining the site. I have another product that generated me 1.3, and then another was $700. And if I ran ads a little bit more on this, I would have easily done over $1,000 because a lot of people were bundling this product as well. Now, with that being said, I want to focus on the top product as this one has brought in the most money, and then also a little bit on the second. I'm actually going to show you the products so you can understand like how they sold and why. So the first product, this is the 3-piece yoga set. They essentially are selling for $30. Now, I don't know if you saw, but I'm selling it for $34.99. I'm losing money, right? Now, when I originally started, and anybody that's ever drop shipped from AliExpress, you'll know that this is the case. If you bring someone a significant amount of orders, you'll start to see the price change. It won't change drastically, but little by little by little by little. When I first started, this was $22, roughly $21 to $22 per unit, and I was pricing at $34 to $40. I was testing different price points. With that, you'll notice that the price is now $28 plus $2 in shipping. The problem stems from when you bring someone multiple orders, they'll begin to change the price. And if you look at different suppliers, like this one in the bottom left, you'll see $21, which is what it originally was competitively. But because I'm bringing them specific orders, they know that he's going to continue to buy with us. So you have to be really specific and notice that, because otherwise you'll start to increase your profit. You'll decrease your profit margins. Like you'll see $21 and then it'll go up to 23 and it's like, okay, that's nothing. And then it'll go up to 25. It's like, okay, whatever. They increased a little bit more. And then they increase again, it's 27. And now you're from 21 to $27 and you'll brush it off because they did it in increments rather than just one lump sum of money. So you have to be aware of that. So we're looking at practically $31 to $32 just to fulfill the order. And I'm pricing at $34. Now you could automatically say your pricing is horrible, and I would agree with you, right? In the beginning, my structure was I want to find a product that's working. I want to do this. I want to do that. It was solely focused around the sales aspect, like validating that I could actually sell. It was more of a personal reason. But now that I'm more into it from a business mindset, I want to make sure that I fulfilled orders. I've dealt with refunds. I've done the customer service aspect of the business. I built the site, updated it, and made it more user friendly. Now I need to focus on profitability. So I've taken out a lot of pillars before the main one that everybody focuses on, which is profitability. And that is what we're getting into now. So keep this number in mind. Originally, we were focused on $32 to fulfill an order. Now, what we're going to do is we're heading over to Alibaba. Now, Alibaba is very different because Alibaba will allow you to purchase in bulk. Now, as you can see, prices are very different over here, and you have to find a supplier that is willing to work with you. Now, you have to notice certain things. These are different variants. This is a short version. This is a longer version. They will be nitpicky on the price. You might order one version and think that that's the price you're going to get. You need to communicate. You're going B2B now. So now you're not just going B2C. You're going business to business saying, I want to purchase a lot of these units. Now, you need to know roughly how many units you can do based on the marketing efforts that you're going to bring in. If I spend $250 a day, I know realistically I can do $1,000 in orders. $1,000 in orders can be 20 to anywhere from 15 to 25, 30 units, right? If all $250 are focused on just this product, I can do anywhere from realistically 20 to 30 units. So if I buy 50, I'd have to stop ads the second or third day, right? Because I wouldn't even be able to scale. If I can do 20 to 25 units a day over a month, you're looking at 750 units, right? Now, do you have the money to buy 750 units of a specific product that you're selling? And then on top of that, because you have so many variants, do you know which ones to buy? Do you know to buy extra small in a specific color? Do you know to buy small in a specific color? Because the last thing you want to do is buy extra small in a neon green and no one buys it, right? You buy 750 units of that and not one person purchase it. And that's where you have to rely on information that you got from dropshipping. That's where things come into play. Dropshipping is the gateway to building a business, not the business, right? So especially if you start talking exits and things down the line. So you have this particular one at $9. I know I'm going to buy more than, we'll call it 500 to 700 units. So I could pay $6 just for the unit per unit. That is an amazing price in comparison to $28. So now your profit margins increase, and you can either make more money on the same price, or you can lower your price and still make good money. Just you're going to do higher volumes. So you have to understand what is your purpose, your strategy. Another one, you see $15 for 100 to 500 pieces. 500 to 1,000 pieces, $12. I know I'm within this $12.80 to $8.90 cost per product, cost per piece. Because of that, again, in comparison to $28 to $32 to fulfill and ship, that is very different. Now, once you start talking about numbers like this, everything changes. And what I mean by that is when I say everything changes, not only are you going to take on all of the responsibility, you're going to fulfill the order yourself. You're going to have a station. You may have to invest in your room, in your garage, to get fulfillment stations, racks, so that you can organize these things. You have to get the packing slips to pack. You need a printer to print. You need the printer paper, like the shipping labels. You need to have carts or some car to get to your local USPS or UPS, however you prefer to ship. Probably USPS, given us a smaller order, it will be more cost efficient on shipping, maybe $7, $8. So you have to factor in these pieces. So let's say now we're getting we'll do an average $10 per unit rather than $28. Now you have $18 to work with. So now I need to order packing labels. I need to get my shipping printer. I need to get these are one-time costs. So I'll talk about the costs associated with the product when you sell it. You need a shipping label, a printer. You also need shipping like packets to fulfill the orders that are big enough that either represent the brand well or that you can just ship to get out. You may want packing slips inside of the package so that your order doesn't get messed up by people. You will need, and that's like your main cost. So you'll have the unit and then shipping costs, right? Those are your main two. So now we're looking at anywhere from, we'll say $7, just throwing out a random number, to fulfill every order. 7 and 10, $17 rather than your 28. Now, if you were to double the price, now you're still at your $34 selling the product, which is a good price point for me that I found. now my profit margins are substantially better. Now I have almost a $17 break even if I decide to run ads, or $17, or maybe just my profit margins in general if I run organic traffic. So that can be $17 or close to $20 based on every order. And because of that, you have to remember there are some orders, because I have a higher order value now, people will purchase 2, 3, and I'm making more money every order rather than at the $30 price point to fulfill the order. And at $35, I'd have to, my break even on running ads is $5, which is really low on a $35 price point selling a product. So with that being said, so the most important part of all of this is making sure that you find a supplier that allows you to fulfill your orders and get the product that you want at a price point to fulfill your orders that makes sense for your business so that you can be profitable. So one thing we talked about a second ago is, what if I purchase the wrong variant of a product? Now, because I've done drop shipping for this site, I have data for that. So let me show you. For January 16th, the day where I did $1,000, this particular product sold 20 units. I had other products on the site that sold as well, but 20 units of this product putting me at basically $700 for sales on that product, and then the variants were split. Now, that is really good because I can break down what the variants were. So if I actually take a look and say, we click on this particular unit at the bottom and we say view variant report, it will come up and it will show you, okay, cool. Of this 3-piece set, I made $350 on the volcanic ash variant. Now, if you look closely, all of these have an M next to them. All the top 4 have an M. That means majority of people purchase a medium size. So I can focus more on the medium and the large size of this variant. In volcanic ash, which is sold a lot, in the advanced black, which is sold a lot, the coffee, which is sold a lot. And this is from December to January 20th, not just on that particular day. So we could go down a little bit more and see the different variants and which ones sold the most. But that is an important piece because you get a chance to see what variants you're going to purchase on the Alibaba site from your supplier so that you can make sure that you fulfill and purchase units that make sense for your business, not just ones that you think appeal, but you're doing it based on analytics that have been proven on your dropshipping site. So I'll recap a little bit just because I have thrown a lot of information at you. Based on the changes that we made in the last video, which was focused on bundling the products, adding new products, finding more creatives, and then in the future doing lookalike targeting. We didn't do the lookalike targeting, but we did everything else. With that being said, I would say all of those did work. I was able to sell 1 unit at minimum of every product that I added. I was able to test the new creatives and see which ones worked, and they played into the product that I just showed you. And then bundling of the products did indeed increase the average order value of my website store from, I believe, $51 to $60, and that was both on a $1,000 day. So they increased by almost $10. Now, moving forward, the plan is to, 1, get my Facebook ad account re-enabled so I can run ads. 2, order the products to my house or to my apartment, and I'll actually start to fulfill them in my room, and I'll show you the process, and we can see where that goes, where that takes us, right? Now we're actually building a brand rather than just having an online store. And then I will actually show the day of the life of bringing an order from Facebook ads that we were able to collect based on the creatives that we ran, and then fulfilling the order ourselves rather than having it done via AliExpress. So now you're actually building a business. Now you're not just focused on creating a store that you fulfill with prices that are set by another supplier. You can set the price truly because you're ordering the product basically from the factory. So the next step for this business is now actually taking it to the next level so that we can focus on building a brand. And we may actually brand some of the products with our logo so that it actually differentiates us. So it actually differentiates us from competitors, from our pricing to our experience when you get the package, to our content creation. Now that you'll actually be able to see the logo on the products that we sell, it becomes a full experience for our customers. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all did enjoy this video. I hope it was jam-packed with information and value so that you can understand that dropshipping is a great starting point, but when you start talking about businesses that are scaling at large, it is a bigger process. It becomes a full-on business that you have to maintain and represent in different aspects, from the ad creatives, the marketing, to fulfilling orders, to making sure that everything can happen in a timely manner, to customer service and support, which I didn't show you, but I had to actually go through and do, to fulfilling orders from drop shipping to actually doing them in person, which I'll do in the next steps of this business. It becomes a full-on business, not just a store that you click buttons on. So What I'll do is actually at the end of this clip here, I'll show you me fulfilling orders to show you that it is rough, man. You start doing $1,000 in fulfillment costs on a day-to-day basis, it becomes very difficult to maintain. And you have to ask yourself, are you ready to fulfill $1,000 in orders? Are you ready to run over $500 to $1,000 in ads and maybe not see that money because you have to worry about the possibility of returns or the possibility of customer support issues or different payments and cash flow problems that may come up in a business? So dropshipping is not as easy as it seems, especially when you want to scale and become a business at large, but it can be done. You just have to put your mind to it and know that you can. All right, so one thing that I said I wanted to do in a lot of my videos was either share a Bible verse or some form of experience that I had when talking about God, and I want to end the video with this. This is Hebrews 11, verse 1, and part of verse 2. But now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. At the end of the day, I need you to know that, like, if you have it up here and you have it in your heart that God's with you and you can actually do it and put your mind to it, it'll get done. The only reason that you can't do it or the only reason that you'll stop yourself is because you don't believe it and you don't have faith in yourself or in God. Your journey is your journey. It's different from everybody else's. God put you on a path set to succeed, and you just have to believe it yourself. Your version of success isn't going to be my version or his version or the next woman's version of success. It's based on the path that God set for you. So believe in yourself. Know that your path is your path and it's set for a reason so that you can tell a story that's different from everybody else. Because my story is very different and unique in a way that if I explain some of the stuff that's going on in my personal life, when you see me on camera, it wouldn't make sense. But that's neither here nor there. Focus on what you have in front of you. Focus on what God put in front of you. Be blessed that you have an opportunity to live and actually try again and go get after it. So I'll see you all in the next video.